I lost everything. And now I gotta start from scratch. Filming now. Two, two, one. 9-1. So I left my job, my car sales job. I left it maybe like almost 2 years now. And I left there with a semi-plan of what I wanted to do. Had a lot involved with trading, and had saved up a couple $1,000 just to be able to make sure that I can maintain my lifestyle while building my business on the side. And long story short, things didn't work out. I went from selling cars to wanting to do land flipping. I knew somebody that was in the business, and decided that ultimately that's what I wanted to do. And kid you not, I was setting up everything. I probably spent a week or two trying to make sure that everything was like lined up. I got with their team to help me set up the back end. I got with my friend to help him talk me through everything. I mean, I finished all the courses and prerequisites. I finished that within like 4 or 5 days of signing up. And I mean, these guys had like maybe 20 videos to watch, and those videos were like an hour, 2 hour long. As time went on, I realized that it was just too much like the car business for me, so I didn't want to do that. I just went full-fledged into trading, and I was trading every day. And I was trading a demo account at first, and then I put in my money, and I never really got it going properly. Like, I never really actually started making money on a consistent basis. So I kept blowing accounts, and up to now, in my 4 years of trading, I've probably blown 20 accounts. Yeah. And I'm not quitting trading, by the way. I just found out that when you're trading, and not that I found out, but I just know that when you're trading, you need an income to offset those losses, because you trade to grow your money. You don't trade to make money, if that makes sense. Got a car here, gotta wait. Take another sipski. The next thing was credit repair business, all right? So I started a credit repair business, and that went great. I mean, that went amazing. The whole process of starting it, I was able to help a lot of people throughout the process, including myself. And it was something that was like relatively easy. It's something that I knew simply because of the car business. When you're in the car business, what do you need to get a car? Credit. So I did that for a little bit, and I just realized that business model, as great as it was and fulfilling as it was to help a lot of people, required you to consistently produce money in a way where basically that person can sustain the process of fixing their credit. When you start that business, you want to do it like where you're asking for one number. You're saying, this is what you should pay me based off of this and that and the third. But the reality is, it might actually take more money to fix your credit. It might take more money for you to fix your credit over time. Therefore, if you've only paid me once, I might need to come out of pocket to sustain that process of fixing your credit based on the amount of time that we have that contract, right? So it wasn't a business that I can make money the way that I thought I could, because in order to continue to do that, you would need people to continuously sign up. And that's not true for everybody. Some people have found a way to continue to make their money, and it works for them. But just for me, it just didn't make sense to do that. I just felt like I wanted these people to get the results, and when I sold them this package of me doing said thing, I wanted to make sure that I delivered on my promises. So I had to shift, and I shifted back to trading. I started trading full time, and you know what? I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and I lost all my money. I lost everything that I had invested into the market, and everything that I had invested into actually trading. Well, see, what happened is, in the beginning of the year, I made some very smart investments. I invested into Nvidia, Bitcoin, like TSM, and a bunch of other like equities that, were good investment opportunities at the time. Especially during that, bear market that we were in. Up to this point, right now we're in September. I had made a lot of money from those things, right? I've just been in like this place where I don't know whether I need to go left or I need to go right. Like, I don't know what to do, because if I don't have any money coming in, I'm using all of the money that I had invested, and that's, just slowly going down and down. This is my beautiful 2012 Honda Civic, right? But like, I can't keep driving this because it's a 2012 Honda Civic. So even if I want to do Uber, even if I want to do Instacart, those things aren't sustainable because they're not guaranteed, quote unquote, sources of income. And I didn't want to put my car through that because of how old it is. Or sorry, baby, sorry. Because of how young it is, I didn't want to put it through that because, I don't want to keep grabbing money out of the market to pay for unexpected expenses. And guess what? Out of nowhere, my computer broke. And bro, that required me to take the last bit of money that I had saved up and use it to fix my computer. And it all happened right when I figured out exactly what it was that I wanted to do. But I got a crazy, crazy story to tell you about that, because God is real. But first, let's go kill this leg workout.
I know you're feeling down for how they treat you. Nobody understands all that you've been through. And you just wanna get low, you show love. It's hard to visualize being in your shoes. You ain't in touch with your baby father. You're only getting older and it's just harder. You said it wasn't love, it wasn't his job. Your whole baby, egg to say you get through. I don't wanna get you down. A nigga wanna raise you up. Someone gotta take you out. Someone's gotta show you off. Who's gonna call you baby? Who's gonna love you crazy? I'm never gonna let you fall. You ain't looking.
Came out the bottom, I count a whole lot of young gunna worth millions of dollars. I asked out the charm, my little bitch a model, she made a few ends off a follow. Yo, one on tour, a BP the chowder, living a cool matata. Ain't no more worries, I'm up at it earlier, niggas tryna figure out the problems. For 30-30, I hit her like Curry, they hit me, I don't even holler. These niggas song flop, niggas ain't gon' stop. Switch out my cars and my addy, my family straight and that's all that matter. Stacking them, resting and saving, prepare for whatever, whenever it happens. I put my trust in my faith and I'm walking through straight, I don't see no one else. No, it ain't long this route. Simmons and vitamin steps. Stay ready, I'm already prepped. Undefeated, I feel like the champ. My bitch love the hunters, we fucking get money, she turning my tongue to a champ. You did it, I done it, you know how I'm coming, y'all wanna show them what the world. Go pick up a back and that's way across the country and light up that smoke in the air. Bitches so trim, I treat her like my twin, when I shop it, I buy by the pound. They said it was up with me, but I'm so trim right now, nigga don't even care. Came out the bottom, I count a whole lot of young gunner worth millions of dollars. I asked out the charm, my little bitch a model, she made a few ends off a follow. Yo, when I'm on tour, I BP the charter, living a cool Matata. Ain't no more worries, I'm up at it earlier, niggas try to figure out the problems. I got rich early, I'm steaming from work and they feel like I got it a hotter. Count up cash in the castle, ain't sweet corn out of pasta. Living out cool Matata, rockstar role model. Still blow smoke like shot on, sitting back, drinking out a gold bottle.
The girl them skill arty. Thunderball. Some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball say, well, I'm on the way, the time cold. I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. See the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work with performer. From you don't wanna man work, can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah. Eat no yam, no steamed fish, nah, no green banana. But down in Jamaica, we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold. I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Expose and girl, you got the test out, but you know we ain't soft, cause girl, you impressed out. And if it is out of me, if it is out, cause I got the remedy for make you need stress out. Me have a flat to become me God bless out. And girl, if you want it, you have to contest out. And I like when we need set speed, if it is to my test out. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Girl, know some crazy now, this straight of it and a digit and flavor show. Time for me make baby now, to stop while like you I get traded, yo.
Man, do I got a story to tell you. Basically, lost all my money, right? Lost my money trading. Didn't have another source of income. Tried two different business models, and really took on this entrepreneurial route, and had that entrepreneurial spirit as well. I honestly didn't think that after going to work at the dealership that I would actually be willing to work another job again, because that experience where they fired me and hired me on the same day, which is crazy. A story for another day. The traumatizing experience. My bro, I ain't working for nobody ever again. Well, if you don't know, back in 2022, I was actually certified as a personal trainer. And I had gotten my certification, and I also got like my CPR AED license or certification, and I did that all in like a 3-week workshop. It was in person, so it was very interactive, and it was a dope experience. Being in the fitness space is something that I feel like I want to pursue, because I love helping people. I love seeing people improve their lifestyles. I love seeing people go from a point in their life and come out the other side, in the way that they've envisioned. And I appreciate the responsibility of being the person to help them get there. And I was just like, this is something that I feel like, but I know that is a fulfilling career. It's something that I'm passionate about, and it's something that I can see myself doing for a very long time, potentially building businesses off of it. I just had some real clarity and a real vision behind it. But things happened during that time. I was in a relationship, and a lot of the decisions that I was making during that time was for that relationship specifically. And if you've ever been in that position, then you know how it goes. I ended up getting a job at 24 Hour Fitness in Orlando. While I was working there as a personal trainer, you're getting paid when the client shows up. If they don't show up, you don't get paid. But you go through a process where you're basically like screening the person. You want to know whether or not they're actually going to commit to their goals, or if they're just, saying things that they've said before and X, Y, and Z. But they have like a whole profile thing over there, a folder for the client, where if they've been here before, there's things that they've done. You basically know where to pick up wherever they left off. So, long story short, man, I had to leave that situation. And funny enough, I was actually making content during that time. Somebody that I knew that had just started like a clothing brand called Aesthetics Dynasty. Shout out to him. And he was like, hey, I know you're starting off your content thing, and you're trying to make yourself a household name in the fitness space. I just started my brand not too long ago. I've had some good success. If you want, we could work together. You could promote my brand. I'll give you free product. And you know how it goes. And then like he even hooked me up with like a code. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bought something from me, I can make a commission off of it. And I was like, yo, that's super lit. I get free clothes and I get to make commission out of it. And all I gotta do is wear what he gives me and make content. And I was like, sign me up. To wrap it all up, all of that went out the window because I was in a pinch. My bills were higher than what I could afford during that time. The fact that I could only get paid when people showed up fucked with my money. And my head was basically above water because I had a lot of responsibilities at that time. And so I had to shift everything, and that led me down the cycle of figuring out life. Just going through certain situations, gaining perspective, and out of that perspective, understanding the wisdom that I needed, taking heed to that and applying it to my life to move forward. And I went from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, all to come back to where I first started, which was personal training. So yeah, it looks like start helping people again. I'm going to be working with UFC Gym, training some people at their location, and also taking on my own clients in the future. There's a lot to learn if I want to build this the right way and with the vision that I have in mind. So I'm taking you along on this journey with me. Hopefully I get to help some of the people on the other side of the screen as well, and get you guys to accomplish those dreams, that vision that you have for your life. It's not easy. I've had to lose everything in order to realize that this was the way all along. It's crazy because as soon as everything happened, my computer breaking, me having to use my last couple resources to fix that, you know, after all of that happened, I didn't react. I knew there was a greater purpose behind everything, and I just started executing. I just started making sure that every action that I took was toward the person that I saw myself becoming. One day, I'm gonna look back at this video as a testament to my resilience and be glad I never give up. I hope you do the same. Stay resilient, don't give up. But yo, that's all I got for you for today. It's time to go make some money, help a lot of people become the best versions of ourselves. Let's get it.